the Canon EOS R7. Everything we know about it so far. Yes, so we have now, from various sources, put together...
It will be released in a box.
That is confirmed. It'll be in a box, and it will cost money.
Good.
Actually, it will reportedly cost £1,600, but we'll get to that. So we've put together all of the specs and leaks and everything we know so far about the EOS R7, which will be their premium APS-C mirrorless camera. So we've seen all their full frame offerings, the R5. We're going to see the R3 coming, which is going to be for their photojournalists, but full frame mirrorless. So stepping down a little bit is the R7, which is going to be the first of 3 APS-C sized RF mounted cameras, the R7, the R8 and the R9.
Can you imagine working in the Canon factory right now? Just going, what idiot decided to produce so many cameras? Why didn't, you know, I should have taken that job at Nikon.
I mean, well easy. We don't do anything.
I could have been sat at the production line.
Smoking.
Yeah. Smoking.
When's the next camera out, Dave? Not for another 3 years.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, cushy.
Press repeat.
No, Canon. And all I'm doing is this. Sweating on the production line, passing left to right, right to left, whatever it is. COVID mask on.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't breathe, hot and sweaty.
So the R7 of those trio of APS-C cameras is going to be the premium version.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit like what we saw with the 70, 70D era with the DSLRs, if you follow me. It's going to have a 32.5 megapixel APS-C size sensor. Awesome. It's going to be launched at £1,600, which is smack bang at the Fujifilm X-T4 price point. APS-C sized premium camera. It's going to go toe to toe with that camera for certain.
But if you want to save £1,000, go back to the first segment of Canon news.
I'll wait a little bit longer and we'll see it. It will have the Digic X processor, which is the newest Canon processor, the Digic 10 really it should be called. You'll have 5-axis image stabilization, sensor shifting IBIS, much like the Fujifilm X-T4. You're going to have 4K 60, 120 at 1080p, full 10-bit color as well with that 4K 60. The exciting thing with that, obviously the price point, it's a lot of quality. I personally really like APS-C over full frame for video. I just like it. I think it's just because that's what we kind of learnt with. Anyway.
Old school.
Yeah, we're likely to see this at the start of 2022. Although there's some people that are actually rumouring that it's going to follow quite quickly after the R3, which is going to drop any moment. So we might see this R7 before the end of the year, which is genuinely quite exciting. Also...
Then you're going to tell me we need a new camera before the end of the year?
Oh, we need a new camera before the end of the year. Canon.
Oh, wrong button.
Any of them. Ooh. Please sponsor us, Canon. Anyway, because it's going to be the first APS-C mirrorless camera in the RF range, it does leave the EOS M kind of totally redundant at this point. The original mirrorless cameras from Canon are premium cameras. There's some cheaper ones, there's some more expensive, but now they're totally cut off once this comes out because they're APS-C sized. There's no reason to be getting an M once this is released. So we're also seeing that there's an appetite from Canon.
Unless they're cheap.
Well, on the used market, you'll definitely find some, as we found ourselves, you find some real bargains.
Bargain. Good reason to buy.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
There's an appetite from Canon to produce an adapter for the EOS M to RF for this APS-C sized range of cameras. So anyone that has an EOS M and lenses for it will be able to use those lenses on this camera, which makes a lot of sense.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so you're not totally cut off and abandoned when they do finally sunset that range of cameras, and it looks likely that they will.
Definitely.
Start of 2022, or maybe coming straight off the back of the R3 before the end of the year. £1,600, a competitive price point. Like I say, it sits there with a Fujifilm X-T4, which by that point will be, 18 months, maybe 2 years old. Would you buy it? Canon's easy to use.
It's very comfortable, isn't it? Very comfortable. £1,600 is probably the right place for it.
Also sits very close to the price of the S1.
See, yeah, when you consider them side by side.
Full frame, 6K.
That is too difficult to decide on the spot. If it was a real term decision, if you're in the shop and you've got to leave with one of them,
they
probably wouldn't leave with the Canon in that situation.
It's tricky, isn't it? That price point, it's so cluttered. You've got people like Fujifilm and Panasonic crushing the prices of their premium cameras to sit in there to undercut the likes of Canon.
Yeah,
you've got Sony producing about 10,000 cameras a year. And the quality of the Fujifilm and the Panasonic ones sit really high for the price. So I guess you have to wait to see what it's like. But if it's like the other R cameras, it'll be phenomenal. They are incredible.
Yeah.